There are days when I sit back and look at the situations that have become my life, and this week has already been fraught with them. I sit in contemplation with the Creator, asking, why am I still here? The cost of this questioning is feeling the full extent of this suffering that I'm currently moving through. Those of you who are versed in energy know that this questioning means that I am breaking open the solid ground that my psyche believes me to be standing on, therefore causing further chaos for me to handle in this already vulnerable state of existence. This is, by human logic, counterintuitive. Why not heal the broken parts one by one, making your defenses stronger before moving on to the next hurdle? I'll admit that this is by and far the easier option, and one that is the most frequent path taken by me and everyone else. However, right now, for me, I am in a situation that literally has become all or nothing. If you have been following my journey, you know that I've had some serious health challenges and have undergone 9 life-saving surgeries in 14 months. I am on toxic medications in an attempt to keep my body from shutting down. My body turned against itself. Even with technology and medical advances, there is no cure for lupus. Yet. Being versed in spiritual and energy dynamics, I understand this to mean that if I'm going to survive and have any kind of life, I'm going to have to dig it out of some yet unknown part of myself. There has to be something I'm missing because my outer life sure as hell don't match my inner life. As soon as I find stability for a moment, along comes something to knock one of my moons off course, and now the orbit that is my life must adjust to this new thing. This is a process we all go through, with various terms exchanged throughout the various orbits of human life. From my vantage point, I see it being played out on the world stage, the constant tug-of-war that is human life on planet Earth that affects us all. Energetically, to me, it feels like a culmination point for all of us, and we are facing things in our lives that are changing the landscape of our lives forever. I'm not going to tell you that I know what that looks like any more than you do, but I do know that this process that we've all been going through is the same process that the whole of life has taken since its inception. So this process looks a whole lot more like a pattern of nature that affects the whole of life and not just human life. So one could conclude that that means a pattern that echoes throughout all life as we know it, which also includes the space of the unknown. When a question is born, so is its answer, because they are both the same energy. Their patterns match, similar to the earth and the moon, or human and plant, much in the same way that the student and the professor are linked by the university. Although I could discuss these things indefinitely, this isn't the focus for now. In my life, this pattern is playing out in a very physical, human life way, physically in my body and physically interacting in the world around me, as well as all the other physical aspects, emotionally, mentally, financially, etc. We know that where our attention goes, our energy flows. So learning to navigate those things without staying there is a very hard thing to be successful at 100% of the time. If I give my energy over to the suffering of life's circumstances in any given moment, I'll lose that energy to the inevitable change that will surely come to take its place, that the patterns show us take place. Then I have less energy over time because I paid it to experience the change. Not that it still isn't mine, it's just inaccessible at the moment because it's buried under the solid ground my psyche believes me to be standing on. Intentionally breaking that solid ground gives me a life preserver to experience those unknown parts of me while contained within the solid structure that is known, rather than being caught in the riptides of life with nowhere to stand while I gasp for air. This is the power of life, to persist. I intend to use that power gifted to me to fully experience this life I call me. I'm flying blind here. I don't have a map or a master to train me. All I have is this side of the reflection, guided by my soul's connection to the Creator that runs through me. I don't have the answers, but I do have the questions. And I know that I know the answers are here somewhere. I am Cheryl Rain Carter, founder of Meheho Reiki. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me on social media for more content.